Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks some more. Rules for thee, but not for me. That's a phrase that means trying to make others follow rules without having to follow them yourself. The kind of thing a dictatorship or a totalitarian society would do with a complacent society who are allowing them to get away with introducing all kinds of rules and policies in order to control them. Today we saw in the Houses of Parliament in the UK the Speaker of the House say that passports won't be needed for members of the House. So there you have one rule for them and another for everybody else. Share this video to show people the hypocrisy of what is going on. If it doesn't share from YouTube, share it using the Hugo Talks website link pinned to the comments below. Here's the clip.
Of order, Mr. Speaker, on which I have given you notice, and I've also notified the Leader of the House of Commons. You'll be aware yesterday a statement was made at the dispatch box by the Parliamentary Under Secretary at the Department for Health and Social Care about vaccine passports, and there's a relevant piece, Mr. Speaker, which potentially pertains to the House of Commons. He said, by the end of September, everyone aged 18 and over will have had the chance to receive full vaccination and the additional 2 weeks for that protection to take hold. So at that point, we plan to make full vaccination a condition of entry to nightclubs and other venues where large crowds gather. Proof of a negative test will no longer be sufficient. Now, it seems to me, Mr. Speaker, particularly on a Wednesday, when we get back to normal, that definition could equally apply to this House of Commons. It would be outrageous if the executive were to attempt to prevent any member of Parliament attending this House to represent our constituents without first undergoing a medical procedure. And Mr. Speaker, I raised it with you because I hope you'll be able to make a ruling on this matter. And in closing, I would just note that your 17th century predecessor, Speaker Lenthal, stood up very effectively against an overmighty executive. And it didn't end well for the overmighty executive.
It did lead to the end of the monarchy as well, I might have for a short period. So let's hope we're not quite going back that far. What I would say is I'm very grateful for the Honourable Member giving me notice, and I've had no indication that the government considers the policy is mentioned should apply to this House. What I would say, Speaker of this House, there is nothing to stop a member coming into here. You have the right to come to this House unless this House otherwise says so. And I've got to say, the government's not been in touch. I don't expect them to be in touch because as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't apply to members. Right.